But I think that Breaking Bad fails to show communities some of the other side of it. So you have these people that are producing it in a lab where it's effectively managed. What Breaking Bad doesn't show is that for every pound of crystal methamphetamine that is produced, there are 7 pounds of hazardous waste that is a byproduct. And that hazardous waste, when meth labs are set up, is going into the water supply. So they're either flushing it down the toilet or putting it down the drain, or they're disposing of it in the garbage. You know, you actually need hazmat suits to deal with some of this. If you see the ingredients that are in it, you know, it's a form of ammonia. And so people that are running these labs are actually a threat to the community. If we think about Stratford, Ontario, where they had that meth explosion, some kids walked into a park in Strathroy one morning and there was all the waste from a meth lab that had been shut down. So in order to produce a pound of that blue crystal meth that they show in Breaking Bad, they produced 7 pounds of toxic waste that was a threat to the water supply, groundwater quality, like everything in that community. So that's what the community doesn't know. I mean, they see Breaking Bad and they see the production of crystal meth, but think about what you see, the suits that they're wearing. So when they get the end product, does it ever show how the things that were used were disposed of? They're cleaning it up, but where does it go? Well, I'm sure that the people that are producing meth in our communities are being ultra responsible and putting that in bins and taking it up someplace where it can be stored, like radioactive waste in like pools that are controlled by the government and regulated, right? They wouldn't just pour it in the ground or the river or put it down the sink, would they? That's not a threat to my drinking water, is it? Yeah, we should all pay attention to this. It has environmental considerations for all of us. You could be living next to a place where someone's putting this into your groundwater. How do you know?
And then you grow tomatoes or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's consequences for this as well for communities, right? And they have been, more than any other product, this product has been aggressively marketed to underage children. So in the Stratford area, they're putting it in little packets and calling it Quick. And they had the little stamp of the, the Quick Rabbit on it there that drinks the thing. And it was like middle school kids, so like grades 7 and 8, telling them to put it in their milk at lunch, and it would make them feel like Superman, right? Wow. And the reason is, I mean, they're you got to give it to them for marketing, right? Because I'll tell you, if you can get someone, and they never cared about kids before, there's never really aggressive marketing to kids for drugs other than tobacco. Let's not forget the candy cigarettes and the Camel. But nowadays, somebody in 7th, 8th grade, they've got disposable income. I mean, when I was 8th grade, I didn't have any money, but your typical 7th or 8th grader has access to resources. They've probably got a PDA, right? They probably got some gear. Grandma bought them the Beats headphone. They're rocking all of the gear. They got a skateboard. They got a hoverboard. They've got things in the house. If I can get them hooked, I can milk them for every resource that they have access to. Churn them and burn them and churn them and burn them. So what's the value when we look at what's a customer value, right? If we think from an economic marketing point of view, what's my customer value? Customer value of a grade 7 or 8 now has gone up enough that we're going to start to market to them. We do that with all kinds of products. Why do we think that it won't happen with drugs? As kids have more access to resources and disposable income, the people that produce drugs and profit from it will become more aggressive at marketing to that. They want that market share, and they're going to get it.
If you or a loved one are looking for help with substance abuse, call our 24/7 helpline at 1-800-615-1067. A caring addiction advisor is awaiting your call.